Hi, my name is Ashley Becker and today I will be pitching my plan to the Australian management team for Uber, as Uber's head office is in San Francisco in America. So to give you a brief rundown of the situation at hand, we can see that Uber is currently the company to beat in the race to transform the future of private transport. Let's Uber. This phrase and this technological app is worth over $70 billion and is spoken in 570 cities worldwide and can summon a car to a doorstep within minutes. By providing on-demand, door-to-door transportation, Uber really is a leading competitor against the taxi industry, especially within Australia, as they have cheaper rates by 20%. What I want to do for Uber in Australia is to counteract the issues regarding the way in which citizens view the Uber service so that it surpasses the taxi industry. The opportunity addressed in this plan is how we can use the media exposure gained from Uber becoming legalised to get people to switch from using taxis to using Ubers, as well as increase the awareness of Uber's safety features. So in summary, looking at a SWOT analysis, we can see that its strengths are that it's safe, reliable, and cheaper than a taxi. Its weaknesses is that there's speculation over the safety of Uber and there's a lack of drivers in certain areas due to the service only recently being legalised in Australia. Opportunities include positive media exposure because of the attention from recent legalisation, as well as the fact that it is a form of employment. And its threats include its competition with other ride-sharing services such as Lyft and the fact that the government imposes rules on Uber to keep the taxi industry running. So looking at Uber's key target publics, not including consumers, I want to mainly look at media and the government. So in regards to media, through advertising and promoting Uber, particularly on social media like Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, we can bring so much awareness and attention to the app. And this will probably encourage these people's followers to ride with Uber. Now, looking at the government, they actually have a huge impact on how Uber runs in Australia because they're continually having to assess and examine the impact of services like Uber against the taxi industry and how it affects employment within Australia. The creation of Uber has actually provided lots of employment and lots of jobs, although the government does need to gain some sort of commission from services like this running, which is why they've imposed a tax levy in states, especially like in Victoria. So looking at Uber's goals and objectives, we mainly want Uber to become the leading mode of transport within Australia. Another goal is that we want to use the media exposure gained from it being legal in Australia to get people to switch from using taxis to Ubers. And another goal is to also reinforce Uber's safety features to the public. Now, in regards to objectives, we want to increase awareness of Uber's passenger safety features and change the attitude that Uber is unsafe by the end of 2017. And we also want to distribute a paid advertisement across various social media platforms such as Instagram, or Facebook or Twitter to users located within Australia that links to where you can download the app during December of 2017. Now, the reason I have chosen these goals and objectives is because I genuinely want to show consumers that Uber does actually meet the lifestyle needs of them, as it provides safe and cost-effective private transport, which is seen in the statistics, as I mentioned earlier in the situation analysis. So lastly, in order for us to actually measure the success of this plan, we have to reflect on the way that the goals and objectives have been achieved. In order to do this, there are a number of things we could do. My recommendations are having a press conference and a media release, because this would allow us to reinforce and explain once again to the public that Uber is a safe and legal alternative to taxis. By also using a social media campaign on Instagram and asking users to tell us their best experiences with Uber drivers, we can then highlight how having a 5-star rating system is a beneficial safety feature for those that are conscious of Uber drivers' security. So basically, by positively reinforcing the aspect of safety and consumer satisfaction, we can then ultimately achieve all of our goals and objectives.